hello, and congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so I'm going to apologize about my first question because it's a big old career question, but I love hearing about how someone's goals can evolve as this industry evolves. So, what is something about your priorities when choosing roles that stayed the same since day one? But then also, what's a new priority that's emerged over the years?
I've only wanted to do stuff I'm interested in and stuff that I thought was interesting. It doesn't necessarily have to be interesting to other people. It only has to really interest me. And that's always been the same, So getting to do this was a gift because this was not my plan.
It wasn't your plan. How
It
so?
was not. Well, I had not intended to be in it.
So the producing came first in this case.
Yeah, the producing and at one point I was going to act, but it was years and years and years ago. So I by the time we got it, I've evolved into grandma.
So it wasn't the same role when you first considered acting in it.
Yeah, Mamie Till is very, very much alive in the mind of the actor. She is as extraordinary as you want her to be as a mother. So no, that role was great. This young woman's performance is off the charts, She just this is her part. Do you know what I mean? This was for her, and when you see her, it's just your mouth hangs open. She's that good, So I'm very happy being the grandma.
I can confirm that happened to me the entire film from top to bottom. Danielle's work is exceptional here. Before I get to working with her, though, just to go back to what you were just saying, what would you say is the biggest difference between the script when you first committed to producing the project and what we see now in the final film? How has it evolved since?
Oh, who can say? I mean, the story has always been very crystal clear because, of course, we had Keith, who really he's the bones of the project because this is something that he's been part of forever. He made the documentary that reopened the case. This has been something he's been trying to do, and he was trying to do it before Mrs. Mobley passed. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get it done. But this relationship of mother and son was always a priority. This was when Barbara Broccoli and Fred Zolo and I and Keith sat down. That was always the piece that we felt people needed to get. They need to understand these are normal people. These are people who lived in Chicago. They like your grandmother, your cousin, your uncle. And when Chinonye came in as director, she said, I really want to focus on that relationship. And we were like, great, that's what we want. Do your thing, And then Orion was like, what do you want to do? And we said, this is what we're doing. They said, do your thing. And so everybody did their thing. And here it is.
Sometimes the timing is meant to be, because I can't imagine the end product being any stronger than what I just saw the other day.
No, nor can I. I don't see what anyone could have done. It can only be what it is,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about Danielle and also Chinonye, because this is one heck of a third feature film here. And I just have mighty high hopes that there are going to be many, many more feature films in her future. So what is something about the way she works on set as an actor's director that you're really looking forward to other actors experiencing on her future films going forward?
Well, I don't know how to answer that, because one of the things that for me is that's a lot of pressure to put on people. And I don't know that everything that you do can always be, like the last thing that you did. What I want for her is I want her to be as multidimensional as she can be in what she does, because I want her to do this, but I want to see if she can do, a Western. I want to see if she can do a musical. I want her to find the things that she really digs and do them, but sometimes I think when people say, well, I want to see what she's going to, it's like a challenge, and it's a lot of pressure. And I find it, I feel like this because people used to do this to me all the time and say, well, you're not as good in this as you were in the other things, but the other thing is different. It's not the same, So I look for a more widened perspective.
I definitely understand that. Just because this is coming to mind now, it feels to me like you have done a little bit of everything. Is there anything kind of left on the bucket list in terms of, I don't know, a type of role or a genre or anything that you're really itching to do?
Oh yeah, tons of stuff. I still want to do a horror movie. I want to do a Western. I want to do a silent movie. I mean, I want to do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I love silent movies.
I'm all for everything you just said, but let's prioritize the horror movie.
I'd like to do that soon,
This is my genre. I like that answer. Let's talk a little bit about Danielle, because as we've already established, she is exceptional in this film.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
What is it about her as a scene, not only as a scene partner, but also as a leader, being number one on a call sheet, that you really appreciated while you were on set?
Well, she knew her stuff, and we could go in and out. We could do what we needed to do, and then Chinonye would say cut, and then we could talk about, the shoes that she liked that I had on at some point, and then say, rolling, and we're back in. And that to me is freeing, because everybody knows what they're there to do. And when someone is that good, it makes you better.